Kickers U20, first in the South Atlantic Division, the USL Academy League right now, taking a 5-match winning streak down to Cary, North Carolina to play against a new rival, an old rival for the Kickers first team, a new rival for the Kickers U20 and NCFC. What are some of the challenges of going up against that squad? What are you looking forward to this weekend?
You know, I would say challenges in general with any and every team. We haven't seen them play this year, so we've seen the results, and obviously they're winning, they're scoring goals. They've given up more goals than us, which is nice, but so that tells us something. They give up goals more than us. It's kind of annoying. Some games they've had rosters with a little more younger players, and some rosters were a little bit older, so you don't know what to expect. I think Mika said it best again, is we control our own destiny, so we just got to take care of what we can control, and then we'll deal with it on game day. Obviously going in playing another pro academy team, it's going to bring its challenges where we don't know the roster. Maybe they bring some first team guys down, maybe they don't. Who knows? But we just got to go down there and make sure we take care of ourselves and kind of see what the game gives us.
Yeah, and going off of this past Wednesday, Kickers U20 at City Stadium, hosting Virginia United FC, earning a 4-2 win. Nick Sarantakos scoring a couple goals, Nick Simmons scoring another. What did you see from that game that you really liked? What are some things that you want to clean up ahead of Saturday's matchup?
Winning, like I said in the last interview, at the end of the day, the scoreboard is what matters, but we want to do it our way. And, we had almost 800 pass attempts, close to 600 successful passes, and then 280 of those being forward passes. And while that's good, it doesn't draw the context of the game, because I thought we actually started slow. Just didn't really have intent of going forward in certain moments, or just maybe weren't on the same page, and then it wasn't as clean at times. So trying to clean that stuff up just so we can be more dangerous in any phase of the game wherever we're at in the field. So it started slow. I thought we could have been cleaner, have a little more intent going forward, and that was the emphasis, to keep attacking, obviously move the ball, do what we want, try to get the players on the ball that we want on the ball and all that, but I just thought we showed lack of intent to truly score at times. And they were tough. I think we underestimated them, and I'll take that one for not maybe preparing the boys accordingly. But they were tough. They fought. They scrapped back. They got 2 goals on us and tied the game up and made it difficult. At the end of the day, I'm happy we won, but I think it was a good stress test for the guys to learn and make sure we don't let that happen again.
And then we mentioned him just a second ago. 2 guys that really have an influence on the scoreline for Kickers U20. Fans of the Kickers first team, a little bit more familiar with Nicholas Simmons, with having his appearances also with the first team, but a new name. Maybe not necessarily the youth circles, but maybe people paying attention to the pro team first. Getting to know Nick Sarantakos a little bit more, having 8 goals in the last 3 games. What are the things that he does on and off the ball that make him, such a special forward at this level?
Well, on the ball, you see it. He scores goals, which is, it's a lot easier said than done, that's for sure. But some players just kind of have that eye for the net and know how to do it. And then off the ball, he sets himself up so that way when he gets it, he can do, does what he does. So that's just what he does. He has all those traits of a 9, that he knows how to prepare himself so he can spin guys, combine with guys, create the space he needs to, so that way when the ball gets to his foot, he can put it in the back of the net or do his best to do so.
Yeah, and building off of Nick, and then also Brendan having the opportunity to, both guys that we've seen, getting to enjoy more of that blended first team, academy team environment, getting to train with the first team a little bit. How have you seen them grown in the last couple of weeks as they've gotten to integrate into that system?
Massively, just like the Gabe Coxes and Noahs and all those guys that have done it before them. They come out and we do certain activities or similar activities, and they're obviously steps above the younger guys in a way, but they carry themselves differently. And then when they get to those games, there's just moments where they're a little more composed, or maybe it's the detail of the first touch they take and all that. It's those little things that you pick out, and that's when you see it. Again, you see the improvement that they've made since they've started and everything. It can't be defined to one thing. It's their overall demeanor. It's how they carry themselves, what they do on the field, certain movements they do. It's all those compiled to one thing. That's the improvement you see. Those are the little things you look for, and that's what you see out there, and how it's translated from the first team environment to this environment.
And then last question, one thing that Kickers head assistant coach Mika Elvara and Richmond United technical director has really lauded about this group is, you've got a couple guys that come down from the first team either on USL Academy contracts or even on the younger guys who are on the pro contracts have the opportunity to play with this team. But the general core of this team is U15 through U19. What does it say about where this team is already at as far as those age groups and the opportunity where they've gotten to play against older competition, whether it's USL League 2 teams having college players come down, potentially an NCFC bringing down pro guys? What does it say about this core group that they've been able to find the results that they're finding at younger ages?
I mean, for one, credit to Richmond United and what they've done with these kids. It all starts with them, for sure, and then now bringing it to our environment, with the first team players more, and then us getting to work with them more, and bringing those select players to be on the academy team. I mean, they've themselves have raised the level. Like, I think they're all very bought in, but because they had that base that Miki United and all of Richmond United have done a great job with, Jay Howe and all them, it started with them, and then it's only made this easier in a way where they just kind of come in and they're ready to do the work, and they've had that work rate and the ethics and all that, and they jump right into it, and they've excelled purely because of where they came from. And then, I mean, that's what you want, because then each step they take is going to be a bigger step in the more positive direction, where we don't have to work on certain things. They come in, they raise the level, they do the work, they had a good base, and now we're just trying to give them the little details to excel them even further. So, I mean, it's all credit to that, and they've come a very, very long way, and it's each session they get better, which is awesome to see.